I am an ethnomusicologist. This is an ethnomusicology channel. But until now, I've yet to really take a moment to explain what this funny little word actually means or what it has to do with the Nordic Sound Channel. Now, despite sounding like an arcane art form practiced in some dark, dank basement somewhere, I can almost guarantee you guys that everyone here has been influenced by the work of an ethnomusicologist to some degree long before I came along. If you've ever listened to a world music record, if you've ever Googled what a particular folk instrument is or how it works or how it's played, if you've ever watched a documentary about a kind of music, or hell, even if you've ever listened to an old Pete Seeger record, you've appreciated and enjoyed the work of an ethnomusicologist. Ethnomusicology came from the discipline of musicology, which is a field of study that focuses more typically on what we would call art music or classical music. Ethnomusicology was originally called comparative musicology and worked much in the same way that comparative religion or comparative linguistics did. It focused on trying to understand the differences and similarities between different musics from around the world at a time when Europe was being introduced to and familiarizing itself with wildly different cultures from all around the world. Especially in a time when this was being facilitated by this newfangled technology that actually allowed you to record a sound and transport it and replay it as often as you like. So by the 1950s, after World War II, the field felt that it outgrew the comparison part of what we do, or at the very least, comparison was no longer the center or the primary focus of what ethnomusicology is all about. Instead, by this point, it had become a true interdisciplinary study incorporating anthropology, sociology, theology, and so many other ologies into the study of traditional musics from around the globe. So ethnomusicologists began studying these music cultures on their own terms with the help of this interdisciplinary way of looking at music. It wasn't about comparison, but for the true understanding of music's place in expression of the human spirit. And by now, in the 21st century, ethnomusicology literally translated to the study of people music, as if you could come up with any more of a vague description of what you do, is open to the study of any music tradition, style, or genre from an ethnographic perspective. The perspective of understanding the people who make it and the people who listen to it and what it means to them. And while musicology and music theory, probably the closest related fields within music to ethnomusicology, focus on the study of history and the way the notes work respectively, ethnomusicology seems to always define itself by keeping the human at the center of our understanding of how the music works, whereas a music theorist would just look at the notes on the page typically. So last, I come to the part where I'm supposed to answer the question, what is ethnomusicology? Ethnomusicologists are funny because I feel like we've spent more time than most other humanities disciplines in trying to define and redefine ourselves over the last few decades. Historically, ethnomusicology does get wrapped up in weird issues of Eurocentrism and colonialism, which does sort of breed a notable degree of white guilt in our field, but I personally don't think that these aspects and this history of the discipline should define us or take up any more oxygen in the room, so to speak, than it already does. And so as a result of this history, though, there does seem to be as many definitions to ethnomusicology as there are ethnomusicologists. But this is my channel, and therefore a place and an opportunity for me to share my own perspective with you guys. And so I want to give you my personal favorite definition that I've found of ethnomusicology from one of the field's father figures, Bruno Nettel, who offers the pretty simple but profound concept that ethnomusicology is the study of music as culture. Ethnomusicologists seek to understand the ways that music shape and reflects the culture that it's a part of, and the other way around, the way that culture shapes and reflects the music that comes from it. The reason I like this is because, as I've said before here on the channel, to appreciate music is to appreciate the beauty of the human spirit and its boundless desire to express itself beyond words alone. And to me, that's just what makes music such a special thing to study and appreciate. So this is what I do as a profession, as a PhD student, and for the work that I do here on the Nordic Sound Channel, and a mission which I have dedicated myself to, in understanding that ineffable Nordic sound in all of its forms and all of its meanings. Thank you guys for watching.